Unai Emery's facing his biggest challenge so far as Aston Villa manager. Hello, I'm back. Sorry. I shouldn't have started a YouTube channel at the start of the World Cup, really, should I? Now that England's dream has been crushed and my dreams have been crushed, I can move on to club football again. And pretty much as soon as the final whistle went against Argentina, Villa's transfer window exploded into life in good and bad ways. Now, I think a lot of us expected Morgan Rogers to leave. I think a lot of us expected maybe Emi Martinez would leave. Maybe Tyrone Mings would come to the end of his Villa career. We knew at the end of last season that this Villa team were coming towards the end of a cycle. That's why I was so desperate for us to win a trophy, because this team had been together pretty much from the Dean Smith days. And it was a beautiful thing in Istanbul to see them get the reward that I felt that they deserved. But I think we all knew this was going to be a transitional summer, a rebuilding summer, a refreshing of the squad. You know, we've got one of the oldest squads in the Premier League, the oldest squad we've had since 1994. And in 1995, Brian Little recognised this and he moved on players like Sean Teal, Dean Saunders, Dalian Atkinson, Kevin Richardson, Ray Houghton, and he brought in Mark Draper, Ian Taylor, Savo Milosevic, Gareth Southgate, Gary Charles, Alan Wright, and he built a new team. And it feels like that's something that Unai Emery has to do and is going to do. Now, the reason why I think it is Unai Emery's biggest challenge is that when he came in, when he took over from Steven Gerrard, yeah, he had a whole team, a whole squad that he needed to teach his way of playing, to teach his philosophy to make himself understood to build relationships with. But that team, as I said, had already been together for a couple of years, so there was already an element of cohesion within the squad. Emery just had to guide them, and then since then he's brought in players like Moreno, Tielemans, Onana, Maatsen, Duran and Rogers, but there's never been a big revolution. I mean, the team that started the Europa League final, how many of those players were there when Unai Emery arrived? How many of those players were there before Unai Emery arrived? And now it feels like there's going to be a huge turnover, and Unai Emery is going to have to integrate 3, 4, 5 new players, 5 new first team players, it looks like, not just squad players. The first 11 is going to look a lot different than what it did last season. And I think as supporters, we're going to have to be a bit more patient than we have over the past couple of years. Not that we're very impatient, but what I mean is we've been really lucky. Like, pretty much since Emery walked in the door, everything's got better and better and better. There's been short runs of games where we haven't done well, the start of last season, but Emery has pretty much had consistent success since he's been here. And this season, it's going to be very, very difficult to hit the ground running, to get the results that we need straight away in the league and the Champions League and the Cup and everything, and integrating these players and building relationships. And someone said to me the other day, John McGinn's role in that squad is more important than ever. Bringing people together, making people feel welcome, building a new team, a new spirit. He's going to have to John McGinn harder than he's ever John McGinned. Now, this can be worrying. It can make you go, oh my God, what's going to happen? Where's our team going? But really, it's the right thing to do. It's the right time. And the most important thing is the man in the dugout. As long as Unai Emery is at the wheel, then Villa are going to be just fine. He's not just a man who's going to be like, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. He's a man who's going to relish the challenge. And really, for the first time in 5 years? Are we going to see a true Unai Emery Aston Villa built from the ground up? All the great managers have done it. Arsene Wenger, Alex Ferguson, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp. They've all had great teams, and then they've built another great team. And now it's Unai Emery's turn. And I think you have to be excited by it. It might not all be plain sailing, but it's going to be new and it's going to be fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. Oh, and if you like this kind of Villa chat, maybe you could give me a follow. You could share my video with one of your beautiful, handsome, influential friends. It'd be nice if you did. All right, up the Villa.